Hey everybody, what is up? It is Dunbar Snackbar with Mission 4 of the Resolute Alliance campaign. Let's go into the briefing as we're doing some search and rescue in this mission, and here is the overall map. So in the last mission, we did some close air support and basically strafing landing forces here in this red circle. My wingman in the last episode was down somewhere in this blue area. Now I'm going to go ahead and land just north of this city in this blue box. We're going to go ahead and we're going to proceed towards the crash site, see if we can find the down pilot there. If I can't find him, because I have really good oversight, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a look in the factory, no matter where he is, no matter what his condition is. Once I complete the mission, I'm going to head west, and I will be extracted here. So as I mentioned, a lot of search and rescue in this mission. Now this is probably the first and the most real example, actually, about how each mission is going to go ahead and carry on into the next one. There is consequences for no matter how this ends up. While I would consider mission number 3 an overall success, I was able to take out all of the armor and vehicles that were on the map, and also all of the infantry that I could see when I was flying around in my aircraft. My wingman did get shot down, obviously. That's why we're going to go ahead and rescue him. And there's been actually a lot of really big efforts in the past. If you look at some cases in Vietnam, some even in more modern times like the Gulf War and stuff like that, a lot of effort has been made in recovering pilots. So we are obviously investing quite a lot to be able to rescue this pilot as well. You can see we've got 3 Little Bird helicopters, each completely full with 6 soldiers apiece, which means I'm going into this with 2 squads, but we're going to be broken up into 3 different teams. So we're pretty close to the area where we're going to go ahead and land that first blue box that you guys saw. Now, this is a little interesting down here. You know, I know that we are not able to stop them from landing. And this is a pretty big road that leads inland, so this might be a pretty good point if we need to do anything defensive here and kind of stop them from going down this road. So I am part of red team. There will also be blue team and yellow team in this, and each one of their birds are going to go ahead and find a spot to land around here, and we should be able to get together pretty soon. Now that hill, as you can see on the left, that is the hill that we saw our pilot crash on, or at least that's where his aircraft is. So I'm trying to see if I can get a good eye for what's going on. There's the factory over there too now on the left along the coast. Now I think that would be a good place for somebody to, like, if the enemy does have this pilot hostage, that would be a good place to be able to put him because it does provide some coverage. You can see from the height of that hill that I was mentioning, I'd have some good oversight on what's going on below me. So all I'd have to do is just look through the trees and I'd be able to see whether or not that they have him captured or what. But if he's over in that factory, he could be indoors and we'd have to fight through that. So that's going to be a pretty big point for me. Now I've got the first 2 teams actually landing in front of me just in case somebody is there. Now we'll go ahead and we'll run up and we'll provide support pretty quick. So we're on the ground now. These helicopters are actually going to go head back to the airfield, but I'll call them back if I need them. Now, we've got a pretty diverse group as well. We are prepared in case there is some type of vehicles that we're going to come in contact with along the beach, because while I saw that I got all of the vehicles, I don't know if anybody else has landed on the beach. But we've got everybody together now, and we're going to be heading towards the position that we think the crash plane is. Now, I do remember in the last mission seeing the crash site and also seeing a location pretty close to the factory where he could be, or where he landed. So I still want to make sure I head over to the plane. Even though he may not be there, I still want to lay down some charges and blow it up just in case. So we've got a long way to travel, and in these woods in front of us, there could be some enemy. I mean, in a situation like this, if a enemy is downed, of course you're going to rush to him as quickly as possible. And that's a pretty common point for everybody to go to. So I would not be surprised if we come in contact over there. In fact, that's what I'm planning for. I've got everybody still in this formation here. So that way if we're hit from the side or something like that, we can all turn and move quickly. It's a lot of times why you see everybody kind of travel in a V. We've got one guy kind of slacking. Okay. So this was the coordinates or the location that I saw when I was flying in my plane. So we'll be in a wooded area. It'll provide us some cover. But again, that'll provide some enemy, or provide the enemy some cover too. Now I'm making sure we're going to go ahead and hit this from 3 different sides. So red team is going to go in one direction. Blue team is going to go from the side, and yellow from the opposite side of that. So that way we'll be able to encircle them. As you can see right here, I've been able to move forward. So we'll be able to go ahead and get Team Yellow. They'll be coming in from the south, Team Blue from the north. Now I'm pretty close to the position with this elevated point. There they are. Looks like there is some enemy down there. And also there are some trees that are down too, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was the area that the plane was downed at. Okay, so my squad's got eyes on him. I'm going to open fire. I'm not getting any significant return fire either. So my team still hasn't opened up yet. I think I might have messed up on giving the command there. I use a system called Articulate, which is actually really cool. So that way I can speak into a microphone and do the commands rather than having to scroll through everything. This time I'll do it. Alright, so now everybody's going to open fire. You can see things are going pretty crazy now. I think I saw 4 of the enemy, but I don't know exactly how many there are down here. Kind of moved to get into a different position. I'll make sure I keep Team Red with me too. So there's 5 on the map there. Might kind of wait for everybody else to move up. We're not completely hitting them from the side like I wanted to, but I think that's just because of how I had this set up. Okay, so there's somebody right there. I don't know if I got him. I think I did. I don't see him up anymore. Ooh. Get behind this tree quick. Okay, so I'm healed up. I'll keep moving. I think that was a substantial amount of brush to be able to stop them from seeing me. Now, it looks like I'll be joining in the attack here from the south, where it looks like most of them are. Team from the north is only going up against 1 enemy soldier. Now, I'm the target of their fire right now, too. Let's see if I can hit him at all. I might have to wait for my team or some of the other people from these squads to hit him. Alright, there's 2 left. Gosh, 7's dead. So the leader of blue team is out of this. Okay, I'm just going to go forward here. And I see some smoke. So this definitely has to be where the plane is. Okay. So it looks like blue took 2 casualties. I took 1. I don't know how many yellow took. Alright, so they're calling the all clear. Now I don't see the pilot anywhere, and I can imagine though if they're up here, things would not be going too well for him. Now this sharpshooter here in his bag, I should probably have him heal himself too. Now he's been carrying a pack, That has the explosives in here for me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick those up as soon as he moves out of the way.
5, move up. Roger.
Okay. So I'm going to pick these up. I'm going to head over to the aircraft. I'm going to lay down some explosive satchels. These carry a pretty significant charge, so I don't want to detonate them until I'm pretty far away from this.
Fire.
Oh, I want them to be opening fire in case they see anybody else. And I don't see anybody in the cockpit. Obviously, he did eject. So lay down one over here. Oh, got to go around the tree. And we'll do another one back here. Now, it looks like there has been a lot of damage to it, but there's a lot of sensitive components that may have survived. This is actually somewhat of a normal practice to be able to destroy something that has been downed. Okay.
Hold fire.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hold fire again. Just so that way we can be a little bit more stealthy. We're going to get everybody together too. And I'm looking down there. I don't see anything. So I'm going to look over to the factory. And it looks like there's a truck in the direction of the factory. So we'll get everybody together. We'll start moving over in that direction. We're going to be quiet about it. And you can see everybody has been moving a little slow. So we're just going to go ahead and skip ahead. We're at the factory. Now we obviously use the woods to be able to mask our advance. And I also want to be smart about this too. I want to hit them from a couple directions. So what we may end up doing is perpendicular to our location. So off to our left, we can go ahead and we can bring blue and yellow teams in.
Copy my stance.
And they can go ahead and they can engage from there. Whereas red team, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit them from this side. So I'm going to watch and see if I can find out the movements of the enemy. See what they've got going over here. Maybe even be able to see the down pilot too. Now on these are a couple riflemen kind of guarding the position, as you can see. The truck on the map there too, as well as a soldier along the tracks. Okay. So I've got everybody together right now because I wanted to make sure this was the case. Now we see a lot of infantry over here. We're almost all lined up, and I kind of want us to hit everybody together. So if I were to take a look at the map, I think you guys would be surprised exactly how many troops we are up against. So we're just going to open fire, take down as many as we can. It looks like they're down up on those chimneys. Now, because I don't have the best sight on my gun right now, it's difficult for me, even at 400 yards or 300 meters, to be able to hit these guys. So there's still one guy up. We've taken out a good number of them. This has been a pretty good position to be able to hit them at. But they obviously know where we are. This was smart.
Medic, 300 meters east.
Still more. We had to have taken out a significant portion of them. See if we can roll over and find this other guy. Now this entrance that I'm looking at right now, I'm gonna have to head in there. Okay, so there are a couple that we see. I can't find anybody. Can't get a visual on him. Now that medic up there, just to the north,
100 meters front.
he could pose a problem. So I'm sending yellow.
Move 300 meters front.
I'm sending blue.
Team red, move 300 meters front.
All right, so yellow's actually going to hit him from the north of the area. All right, we'll move in together. And I'm watching this closely. Oh, the vehicles I hit are still on fire.
Team Red, fall back.
Because now that they know where we are, it wouldn't be that difficult for them to send a bunch of people right at us to meet us too. But we'll go in together. We've got some significant firepower with us too. It looks like we've got 2 heavy riflemen, a couple marksmen too. So we've got short range and long range basically covered. I'm going to stay low though. I'm going to move up. We are out in the open right now, but I don't want to rush this either because, I mean, we do have some cover. As you can see to our south, there's a group of buildings. We can rush over to that if we need to. But I also want to make sure that Team Yellow gets into position. They can be a diversionary force. Or, if things go sour for us, they could end up being the main force into the factory.
Team Yellow, fire at the medic. Front.
Okay, we'll give them a couple groups to worry about. What are they shooting at? I don't see them. We'll keep moving though.
Team Red, return to formation. Understood.
All right, red's with me, blue's with me. Should be able to punch through pretty easily right here. Dang, we did take a lot of them down. I'm happy we took out those riflemen up on those chimneys up there. Those could have caused a significant problem for us.
100 meters. Front. Roger.
All right, move in blue team.
Team Yellow, move 200 meters. Front.
We'll get yellow advancing too. No, I'm with red right now too. Alright, well, anyway. I'm going to move in with red. Let blue follow me.
100 meters. Front. We'll go.
Besides us and red. Oh, I guess I didn't lose anybody. Oh, yellow was the one who lost one.
Out of ammo.
Alright, I'm going to look down here. Good, nobody can hit us from the side.
We got a man down.
Oh, dang. I did lose somebody. I'm going to move up here.
Ready.
Oh, there he is. He's back there by that building.
Just up ahead.
And he is good.
Man down.
He's taken out
Shit, we got
3 of my guys now.
75 meters. Front.
Alright, looks like we're returning fire. Jeez.
Man, 75 meters. Front. Man down.
Okay. Open up on him. Alright, he's down. Gosh, that one guy took out 4 of my guys. And there's the pilot.
We got a man down.
Gosh, and he's down now too. They literally just wiped out my team. Alright, yellow's finally gotten into position, so I'm going to move yellow along
Truck. 100 meters.
the train tracks here. There's somebody behind the pilot too. If I go ahead and I come around here, it's gonna get pretty bad. I don't know if I should wait for blue team or what, but I'm gonna go for it. Anybody in here? No. Now I saw on the map there were some guys over here, so I'm gonna stay low and use the advantage, I guess, of third person to be able to see these guys here. There's one. One shot to the head.
Contact, man.
All right, so I've dropped a couple.
Contact, sniper.
Oh, there's somebody right by me, too. I'm surprised Team Yellow hasn't engaged anybody.
Team Yellow, engage that machine gunner.
So I'm going to move them up.
Contact, man.
I mean, I hear a lot of enemy fire, but not so much of ours.
13. Fucking cease fire. Do not
Gosh,
fire.
there he is, and he's looking in my direction, too. So I'm hoping Team Yellow will shoot him in the back or something when he's not looking in their direction. There we go. There's another... Oh, two of them up there, too.
Got a man down.
All right.
We lost one.
Team Blue's moved up. Oh, jeez. Now I'm worried about Blue. Now that they're moving up, I don't know if they're going to see him.
Engage that machine gunner.
So I've got them engaging him. At least letting them know he's there. Yellow should be too. Gosh, that guy's super alert. I'm going to try to see if I can sneak around the back. Maybe go through... I don't know. No, I'm not going to go through there. Now, I don't know where any of them is except for the fact of this guy over here. See some tracer rounds from our guys. Oh, there we go. Is there anyone else?
Fuck, man down.
We took a lot of casualties in this area, but that's urban warfare really for you. Oh, and there's more going on too. You know what? I think we may be able to back out of this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to untie the pilot.
Shit, we got a man down.
Gosh, we lost another one. Yeah, we're getting out of here.
Join group.
Ready.
All right, there we go. No, 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 no. Do not go that way.
Copy that.
You go up there.
Back.
Roger that.
Yep, stay low.
Move back.
Roger that.
All right, we're going to gather what's left of Team Blue and Team Yellow. And we're getting out of here. Make sure these guys can
Ready.
get out of here without any problem. There we go. I had to skip ahead because it did take a while.
Return to formation.
Solid copy. Injured.
Now, you remember I laid down the charges to the aircraft, but I haven't detonated it yet.
50. Patch yourself up.
Because I was alarmed that if we were to go ahead, or I was worried that if we were to go ahead and detonate them there, the enemy would for sure know what was going on, as opposed to thinking there might be a little skirmish. So I took a little bit of a risk there, and it looks like it did pay off. But it's crazy to think we came in this with 18,
Return to formation.
Solid copy.
and now we're just down to 6 of us, 5 of us. What's most important, though, is we've got the pilot. So before anybody else gets near us, we're going to head back into these trees and, again, use them for cover like we did before. Periodically, I've been turning around, making sure nobody is coming at us. Checking the map like this, too. I think we'll be able to get out of this okay.
I'm out.
All right. So we've inflicted a lot of casualties on the enemy. We have sustained a lot as well. But this is a pretty significant landing point for him. I mean, the amount of enemy that we saw here, yeah, a large number of them could very well have been from those that ran into the woods when I was doing my strafing run. But I don't think it was as many as we saw here. So, means this is still an active landing area. We don't have the men or the ability really right now to be able to hold them back from being able to keep landing troops right here. All right, got to get back within range to be able to remotely detonate the explosives.
400 meters northwest.
On the way.
I've got them heading to the extraction point. There we go. Now we're close enough. Trying to see if I can get close enough to be able to see it, but
Roger that.
probably won't be able to. There we go. All right. We completed all objectives, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to move out. Well, this is cool. I mean, this is where I like the whole cause and effect thing of this campaign, as I'm creating it. So hopefully we'll be able to keep it up like this. But hopefully it won't be as costly for me too, because the amount of numbers of the casualties that we sustain actually do play a big role in how this turns out as well. All right, so we've moved up a little bit more. I'm skipping ahead because there is a lot of walking at this point. Haven't come in contact with any enemy either. So I think overall we're pretty good. So I made the call for the helicopters to come back to this location. So they are on their way, if they're not here already, back into that open area 2. Make sure everybody's still with me as well. I've been making sure to keep the pilot close. I'm glad he's the number 2 on this so I can watch him and give him commands pretty easily. One of the downsides of having a number of soldiers that you command is can be a little difficult over articulate to be able to give commands to all of them, or to certain ones that you need to, but in some ways it's easier too. I don't know. All right, but there's our chopper. I'm a little tired. I've been moving a long way, trying to put as much distance between me and the enemy as possible. Make sure my 3 soldiers there are coming along too. Oh, and you saw the red smoke to signify that it is us. I did have a couple issues actually with Blast Core, which is the mod that I use to increase the visuals and explosions, to where it wasn't giving me that much. Oh, no, you come back. It wasn't giving me that much smoke at all. It was like a 2-meter diameter thing, but I've gotten that fixed too. I had to go into the script and change a few things. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the pilot back to the airfield, because I'm sure, 1, we're going to need his expertise, but also 2, we'll have to debrief him. So we'll get everybody on board. We will get out of here with, as you can see, the 2 other choppers waiting around just in case. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you again. You guys are phenomenal people. You really are. More of this Resolute Alliance campaign to come later on, so make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. But again, you are awesome people. You really are. Thanks again for watching. As always, you guys, I hope you have a good one.